Good morning, everybody. Today we have OSICA one more time. It is about the Spy Family pre-orders on Amiami. I need to make an addendum to that. I do apologize ahead of time. I did see it, but I forgot to mention that in the video yesterday. It was something pretty big. We also have cancellations through Amiami if you are so inclined to do that. And lastly, I'm just going to take a look at World Trigger for Y Schwartz Japan. It all ties into this. Okay, so first up, OSICA Spy Family. If you scroll down to the details underneath here, it says the foil card and the special promo card for campaign exchange enclosed in the product are not cards with cast autographs. What does that actually mean? When you go over to the official OSICA page, you're going to scroll down and you'll see in red the special foil stamping card is not an autograph card of the cast members. Same deal with this in the booster pack area. So both product starter and booster pack will have special foil stamping card. It just won't be the autograph of the cast members. I know this is a bummer to a lot of people, and I do apologize again that I forgot to mention that in the video. I had a lot going on. That's not an excuse, so my bad on that one. If you have not seen the rarities when it comes to OSICA, the SSR card is the only card that I see anyways on this listing here that actually has autographs on there. So what will the foil stamping be? I don't know. That's one of those ones you're just going to have to gamble on it if it looks really nice. The other part about that is I'm going to keep my order because when I think about this, Spy Family is a pretty strong IP. And one of the things I mentioned about non-signature cards is the IP itself. Spy Family has a lot of hype around it. It definitely is a fun anime. Personally, from me, I do want to keep a bunch of it because I know people that actually like it, and I think it'll do well in the future. I don't think people are going to be put off in the future, let's say like 10 years from now, that there is no autograph signature in there. I think they just would like to reminisce about the show. That's where I land. I know other people have differences of opinion on that. And the other part of this is I think when you take a look at the other anime out there that have had done the same thing, you'll notice what I'm talking about. So I will say one other thing is if another card game comes out there is able to pick up Spy Family, is able to put up voice actor cards in there, then yeah, that's going to take away a little bit from this. But in the end, right now, anyways, with Spy Family being only for OSICA, that's where we stand. Okay, so if you want to cancel through Amiami, this is why I like Amiami. Amiami does not take money up front, and they also let you cancel items as well. So cancellations are accepted in the following cases. If you place an order for a pre-order item, you can cancel up until the release date. If you placed an order for an in-stock or pre-owned item, then the item can be canceled up until the payment deadline. They cannot be accepted in the following cases: pre-order items that are already invoiced and back order items. So right there, we are in the pre-order period for Spy Family, so you should have no issue at all. I'm just going to scroll down to the bottom. Go out here to the help page and you'll find this if you want to read the entire section. One thing to note is please keep in mind that repeated cancellations of orders that are not eligible for cancellation or cancellations due to non-payment may result in account restrictions or closures of accounts in extreme cases. So if you do feel like canceling Spy Family, you are able to. It's not going to hurt you at all. Okay. The one last thing is they have a page guide to request cancellation if you need to walk yourself through it. Down below, it says reason for cancellation. This may seem scary, but they have this note down here. We also require customers to provide a reason for why they wish to cancel the order items. The reason will not be used to determine if a request will be accepted or not. So please always provide an accurate cancellation reason. And as long as your request is in accordance with our cancellation policy, we will cancel the requested items. So if you want to cancel this, just write down there that there are no autograph cards on there, and you should be able to do that. There was a note right here that cancellation requests are usually processed in 1 business day. So make sure to go do that if you want to. You can always wait to find out what the foil stamping card is, and then cancel, or just cancel and then buy later once you find out. Whatever you want to do. I'm going to be watching out for that, but in the end, Spy Family is one of those anime that I like, and I don't think it's going to hurt me at all to get it without it. Now, if you're saying, Saikano without signatures on there, that definitely hurts. Right? It's not going to be as great of a release as it could have been. Spy Family being unique to OSICA and people loving it right now, I think that's the difference there. Okay, so My Dress Up Darling, luckily, is not hit by that. This is the only release that so far does not have any sort of signatures, and I know it hasn't been all that long that OSICA has been out, so it begs the question, and we don't know why there is no signatures on this release, especially since this is going to be. It should have been a very popular release outside of this whole autograph thing, so it all lands on that. You can see across the board with OSICA, they do have autographs on their SSR cards. So here's Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Main. I think the cards look really nice. There are some ones that you could say potentially look repeats from other card game releases. And there we are. So OSICA, pretty looking game. A lot of fun that I hear, and quicker than what we have with Y Shores. So going to Y Shores, we have World Trigger. So this release, I don't know if anybody really talked about this, as in what the prices ended up being. I felt like it came out, people were excited for it until they found out there was no signatures, and it just became nothing. I don't remember anything about World Trigger when it came out. So you have the SP's 4 types, and down below it says there is no recording of foiled stamped autograph cards. And what that actually meant was when you go out here to Yuyute, you can take a look at that. There is no actual signatures. It should remind you of what we have with Saikano, Bunny Girl Senpai, Sword Art Online before the 10th anniversary. So that's what we ended up with. When you take a look at the prices, okay, there we go. The cards did okay. Okay, go to the bottom of the screen for me. The cards did okay. I don't think there's anything great about it. This is pretty much what you see with a set that is weaker in the end. With a set that is actually pretty strong, I would say this is what the SPs look like. And I know you could say this is a different time period. This is before the collector rush. Kaguya was one of those ones that you could actually play with. Yeah, there's a lot there. But when you think about sometimes no signatures on cards, does it really hurt it as much? Yeah, it does hurt, but it all is relative to the strength, the popularity of the actual IP. Um, so we'll see. And what I mean by strength, I mean playability, the IP, popularity, all of that good stuff. So Kaguya is one of those ones that somehow escaped the damage that became of all the pricing for the non-signature cards. Now, again, I'm keeping in mind, I do apologize one more time for the people that bought this that didn't know about it. I looked down, I saw it, just had too much going on to not say it. But you do have a way to correct it, and we do have plenty of time. So I'm going to keep a watch out to see what these foils actually look like. Hopefully they show us sooner than later, because that would really sting. But in the end, we'll see how much I buy or not buy, if I increase my order or not. Normally I go through this phase where I buy a certain amount and then I'll increase it depending on what I actually see. I know that actually happened with people when it came to Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon? Once OSICA started previewing a bunch of cards, then it sold out. Just because people were able to see what was on there. That one comes out December, let's see. December 23rd. And the cards do look actually fantastic on the previews. Do we have it down here? No, we do not. So there is a stream, I believe, that they have that has all the cards, that showed some of the cards off. These are the freaking card sleeves. Look at that. Really nice sleeves. Anyways, that is everything for me. Have a happy Wednesday. As always, have fun, be happy, don't spend anything outside of your budget. Have a good one.